Well, let's see if Martin's experience is able to overcome the youthful exuberance and long distance of Tommaso Marini.
I feel like it's just our luck that their names are Martin and Marini. It's like a tongue twister.
Iris, I'll take Martin and Marini after a whole day's worth of Korobeynikova.
There, that's what I was talking about, Martin's choppy sort of attack and then long arm. It's sort of like the competition between the two of who can get their arm out faster.
Martino, when he goes on the attack, he strikes quickly. It's going to be tough for Martin to attack Marini in the middle of the piece.
Marini, yep, Martin thinks it's his parry post, but won't ask for the video.
So in order for Martin to score in the attack, he has to either take Marini's blade and get him closer, or push Marini to the end of his side of the piece. If you attack right in the middle, Marini can just retreat with that and hit him on a counterattack, like that almost.
Wow, that was a nice action. Well done. Martin makes an attack, misses, and makes a remise, stepping in, closing the distance.
Let's watch Martin on the left. Beat attack, no. And the remise, the second action by Martin on the left.
I mean, that's another way against someone, if you're fencing a taller fencer, is to have that second intention, just to go in quickly with the second action.
And get in quickly inside the longer arm Marini, who can't get his arms free.
The arm judge, the assessor, says that Marini has covered target.
So that's a double whammy because Martin scores a touch and there's a penalty.
Here we can see it here. Is there an arm action? Yes. But Martin was able to get around it.
Good.
But yeah, that's a good call.
Good job on the replay. You can see covering the target there. And what that means is putting the arm, which is an invalid target, in front of the valid surface.
That was Basel El Nagar as the assessor. There's a lot of quick blade action. I wasn't sure.
I think right now Marini's playing into Martin's game. He's way too close and inside. I'd look for him to lengthen the distance.
Nice attack. But I told you that Fauconi was able to hit. And there's that bend in Martin's blade. I think he's probably done with that blade after this Grand Prix. But I was saying that with Fauconi in the bout with Marini, was able to make these choppy attacks, and Martin makes those are his attacks, the choppy attack, and is able to land the actions where Fauconi wasn't always able to do that.
Well, 2 times in a row, Martin just caught Marini napping and just made straight attacks right in the middle of the piece. Marini's got to keep moving up and down the piece and open the distance a little bit.
I think what's helping Martin too is that the tempo of his arm coming out is also a lot faster and sooner than a lot of the other fencers that Marini has fenced. Marini fenced Alexander Macialis and Fauconi, beating them both, but Fauconi and Macialis hold their arm back a little bit more. If you see, Martin actually gets his arm out a little bit sooner.
And here we go on the left.
Arm is out.
Feint attack. And Marini is not even taking a retreat. He's just looking for the parry. So when you do that, you're guessing curveball, and if Martin throws fastball, you're hit, and that's exactly what happened. Referee says a tackle fair by Martin. Martin is controlling every action right now. Until that one.
Marini comes a little closer to closing the gap, 2-5. Martin is looking for that, looking to...
Let's see, he's asking for the replay. Okay, so you can ask for the replay in an action. Here is for an infraction to see if, again, Marini covered target. If he did, it's a red card. It'd be a point for Martin. Referee says no.
Martin loses his video.
Sort of a cheap way to lose a video, right? On an arm cover?
No, I think it was well worth it. Because it also kind of spooks the other fencer, too, of like, hey, watch your arm. Marini isn't able to make any of those counterattacks work and any of his sort of actions work because Martin gets his arm out.
Marini has to pick up his foot speed a little bit and open the distance.
Carrier post, nice action.
And just a remise by Marini. You know what I'm saying? You have to at least try to do something like Derek Glazova would make the attack short, look for parry or post. Marini just made a remise there.
But he hasn't had to do that kind of work before. His other actions have worked well, and now he has to make some different types of actions that he hasn't really done all day.
What a touch by Martin, one of the prettiest of the day. Marini makes an attack, looks to close in. Martin parries, sees an opening, makes the riposte. And here's the replay. Watch the parry. He looks for the opening.
Look at that.
And he finds the riposte.
Part of it, too, is he looks for his tempo, too. And he's waiting and waiting, makes a parry, Martin. And he waits, and then hits the target. I do think you're right that the distance isn't right for Marini.
But it's good that he's pushing now. He's not reacting. Up until now, he's been reacting a lot. Let Martin react to your actions. Now, the fencers, once they pass like that, usually the ref will say, hold, there's no touch after they pass. The question is here is who passed who?
So let's see the replay. I'm not sure.
That was borderline.
That's still Martin's attack. Marini isn't doing enough work to set up any sort of second tensions. His stuff isn't working. That's what I said to you before, is that, you know, he's young, he's got a couple of actions, but right now Martin is taking away his actions and Marini is not really adjusting well enough.
But Iris, on that particular, Marini did a nice action, attack off fair, attack on the blade, because he did it from a slightly longer distance, and that's a good one. You should try that again.
Ooh.
So there,
He's getting a little fancy. Jeff?
he went for a highlight reel shot there with a jump parry riposte, didn't hit, and Marini hit on the remise the second. Here, let's watch Martin jump in the air, miss, and the remise scored. Actually, it was the second remise. The referee could have called halt there too.
Marini's still within 4. That's still parry post by Martin. Martin's still looking for the covering target card.
That was an important enough target by Martin that he got that light on there because.
So the referee thinks it's, and then you see Martin actually acknowledging.
He tried to go into a shell there, into shrink into nothing, but Marini was able to find the counter post and hit.
He's got to keep working, Martin, if he wants to continue to lead.
Well, 8-2 became 8-5 pretty quickly here.
Okay, so that was a highlight reel right there. Remise behind the head.
Look at this. The referee says that Martin covered target, which is going to not only, that's going to negate his action, and he gets a yellow card.
You're allowed to step forward.
Yes. When you turn around like that and your back arm is in front of your target, you're covering target. You have to keep it up in the air. You can't block it like that. Okay, so now both fencers have yellow cards. Both fencers have covered target. There's been a lot of that going on. Let's see what happens if they clean it up.
I feel like Martin was much more focused at the beginning. now Marini is within 2.
Well, he's on a 4-0 run. Change the momentum of this bout in a hurry.
I'm not really sure if he changed a whole lot. Do you think? If Marini changed a whole lot?
Not really.
I think it's Martine who's making some mistakes right now, rather than Marini really changing any action.
Well, that's a mistake because Martine attacked from out of distance against a much longer
But
fencer.
Marini's now getting a red card for covering target.
So that's a double whammy. No, it's Marini. Okay, so that takes away his touch, and that gives a penalty touch for Martine. That could break the momentum in a hurry.
Martine back with the arm action out early because his tempo is also a little bit different.
Caught Marini napping on that one.
Couldn't make the parry or post. Marini made the remise.
So here's the much longer fencer, the much longer limb fencer, Marini, inviting the infighting and scoring on it.
That's the second time we've sort of seen Martine get caught in the front foot, and we go to the replay. He's getting caught on his step forward.
Slow it down a little bit. Slow step, small first step.
And he misses. Marini makes the action and hits.
A tackle fair parry or post, which means there's 2 blade actions. Beat attack from the right, a second beat or a parry from the left. No argument from Marini, no argument from his coach Trapressa. He's asking for the replay, but I agree with this. Martine made the first attack, which is parry.
Right.
Marini now has a small window of time to make an immediate riposte. Martine just continued with the reprise of his attack, or remise of the attack.
Martine now with the right of way, pulling his lead, 12-9 within 3.
Marini caught napping there. That's too easy a touch.
I don't think Marini actually is changing anything. I think it's Martine when he kind of messes up a little bit, or takes a big step forward.
I would say you're right. Martine's controlling the dance here.
Like there, just he knows he shouldn't take such a big step forward. Makes a big step, is a little bit excited, knows can taste the gold.
And Marini, I would not do that anymore, because next time Martine will take a shorter step and hit on the attack. I mean, no more counterattacks like that.
Unbelievable. I'm not even sure where he hit, Jeff, but Martine was able to get in close with those fast little steps and then get his arm out. It's very deceptive. You think he's close.
Does he hit under the arm? Let's see.
Where did he hit? He hits under the arm.
It's a great touch by Martine. 13-10. Time running out here in the period. Marini should get out of dodge here without any more touches against him.
Martine ahead, 13-10. He's had a commanding lead basically the whole bout. Marini making up a couple touches, but again, what do you think, Jeff?
The score's 13-10, so it's very close. But wouldn't you say that Martine has controlled the tempo the entire bout? Basically, he's been the provoker the whole time, and Marini's usually the reactor. So if Martine does what he does best, he should score the touch. What do you think?
I think so too. Martine's really the one with all he has the tactical advantage here. He's been making the touches. Marini has just been reacting and not really creating any touches or changing it up. He's still doing counterattacks. He's still trying his attacks, but he's only hitting if Martine makes a mistake. A big step forward or too fast forward on his attack.
So in other words, you're saying that Marini is not provoking the mistake. Martine is doing it to himself.
He's just doing it to himself.
Yeah.
It's I guess some coaches call it an unforced error.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I think the key here for the rest of this bout here for Tommaso Morini is not even once again to try a counterattack. He cannot afford, with 2 touches away from Martine winning, to give away an easy counterattack in the middle of the piece.
Right.
Parry,
If he
step
just
back,
tries-
step in.
Exactly.
Just do something, but don't just do a straight counterattack.
Even once, even trying it once will help switch it up a little bit. 13-10, Martine. That blade,
He's
I'm
asking for
telling
the
you,
replay.
is
So listen, Martine made a feint attack, or he stopped and then
Right.
it's simultaneous. This can only go one of 2 ways: attack from the left from Martine, or simultaneous. The referee's going to say simultaneous, no
she
touch.
keeps the call.
Right.
I don't think Martine has any videos left. Still within 2. Martine just stays there, makes a counterattack, and just stops Morini in his tracks.
Well, sometimes like a fish taking a treble hook all the way down the throat.
Yeah, right.
Marini ate that one whole. Martine really caught him in preparation.
Within 1 of winning today's prize.
And Martine made the attack, Marini made counterattack. You can't go down on a counterattack here. Anything but that. Oh, asking for covering. No more challenges. That must be frustrating.
If I'm going to predict the last touch, it's Martine with an attack.
So no unforced error by Martine there. That's just
No,
a
that
nice
was a
touch
nice
by Marina.
action.
Marini, do it again. Step back, open the distance, make an attack. No counterattacks.
That was set up, though. Parry post.
2 beats.
Routine. Marini wants to go to video. He thinks it's his beat.
It was hard to hear if there were 2 beats.
Martine's already hugging his coach.
Clearly Marini took the beat attack.
I think Martine is going to have to retire that weapon. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, it's going to break. Referee
See what the referee says.
And there it is.
There you have your 2019 Anaheim Grand Prix champion, Martine, who started the day as started the whole competition as 67th ranked in the world, now is a Grand Prix champion today. Did a great job. He's the only one that could stop Marini's long arm attack. Here we
That
see
was
one of
close. It
these
was
actions.
15-11.
Parry
2
approach, that
beats.
was the last action. Beat and then a parry by Martine. And a nice celebration. Unbelievable.
And there's your winner. He earned it. He fenced the best tactically here in the finals.
It was an unbelievable night tonight. We had, I mean, we couldn't have scripted it any better. You know, Jeff, with the women's foil, we had 2 of the top fencers.
Here's the beat attack. Oh, you can see it. There's 2 beats. There's a beat attack, and he took the blade right back. On that replay,
Yeah.
you could see it clear as day. It was the correct call. It was touch. It was a great winning